What's up, guys? I'm gonna be here today. We're gonna have another YouTube commentary. And today we'll be talking about something. It's gonna be like one big analogy. Oh wait, so you know what? You know what clocks tell time? You know what the clock tells time really? That's what they do. So everybody's like a clock. Humans are like clocks. Almost like a clock. Not the same thing. And I'll tell you why. A clock goes forwards. And you put it backwards. The clock goes forwards to tell you what's happening in the future or what's going to happen now. Time is something you rely on. A clock is something you rely on to tell you what time it is, what time everything's going to happen, and when they'll react and what to do it. But think about this. Life's like a clock too. There's a future. There's a thing going on right now, and there's a past. But see, that's something you can. You're about to hear a difference. The future. Something you want to know about, but don't want to know about at the same time. But you know it's there. You know time's going to be. The clock is going to tell you when it's coming, and you know it's going to be there when it comes. There's always numbers involved in your life. So these numbers practically run your life. But you know these numbers are easy. These are numbers that you just tell yourself, or these are numbers you're born to know and be there. Time, year, what time and year, location. Sometimes even points, like scoring and identification. That's what you're told about what numbers do. They do different things, but they're all the same thing. So imagine this. You think of a clock. How is our life like a clock? Our life doesn't go in one pace. No, that's a good thing. That's because everything that happens, everything goes into the future. No matter how you lead it, the future is going to be upon us. You can change the future, but it ain't going to be something you do in a day. But the future is upon us. Idiot. You get ready for the future, or you don't. But the future comes. The present is now, and the past is before. So imagine this. You have a bad day. Time tells you something that you want to hear. So you go back into your memories, or you think about the future, and you go, "Oh, that'll be sick," or "That was fun, that's hilarious." You just think about what you want to think about when you plan the future. But the clock doesn't go backward. The clock only goes forwards. So, what am I talking about? Am I insane? No. Getting to the point right now. Life is like a clock. Time is the way to live. Time is just the way. You have your birthday. You have everything. You have your death date. But yeah, what's in the middle of that? Your real life. Your life. So if you can't go backward on the clock unless you set it that way. You see, in your life, this is why I said almost. In your life, you can go backwards, you can go forward, or you can keep your life the same, or you keep your life stay the same, because you kept that as memory. But keeping the same is the hard part. How are you supposed to keep something the same? You only have 60 seconds to keep it in the same minute, 60 minutes to keep it in the same hour. like 185 or 165. Wait, 365 days in a year to keep that year. So what am I talking about? Am I insane? Well, that's a hypothesis. That's a theory that I'm not getting into. But the clock. How does someone just tell you your clock? Is clock being a good thing? Well, you see, it matters. It matters how much you're going back into the future. It matters how much you're going to the past. It matters how much you stay in the present. You see, why you always lie? Stop. So you see, the present is, well, a present. You get that for a reason, and it stays that way for a reason. Imagine you didn't have the present. For example, even if it was going on right now, all you can remember is things in the past. Alright, can you close the door? You're so annoying. How come you don't come upstairs? Stop! It's not funny! Like I was saying, time is like a clock that the present. It's the thing that you have going on right now. It's the thing that you have on your mind. It's the thing that's placed right there in front of you. The past, something you go back to because either you enjoy it, either you need to think about it, or you look back on that time and say, oh yeah, imagine if, good thing I did that, good thing I did this, since I did this, I got this now, and you know, I'm never doing it again. Mistakes, we going by mistakes. But think of the future. How does the future have to do with the clock too? Not just because it's time, but because when you think of the future, you're thinking about how your life is going to be. With the clock tells you. Like, you know, the time tells you what period you go into next. So does the bells, but the bells are connected to the clocks. I'm going to do like first period. I'm going to be talking about like homeroom stuff. You get to school around like 7 or 8, or whatever time you get there. I'm going to start from my school. And since you're there, homeroom starts at 8:20, and then you're there for 8:42. But you know, if there was no time, how would you know what was going on? The time didn't exist then, why would it exist now? I mean, the time didn't exist, how will you know when math class is over? You don't want to be in math class for all day. Unless you like math and you don't want to be in like whatever class you're in. Like, if you don't like gym class, you want to be sitting there in gym class for like 3 hours. I know I wouldn't, at least. I know I love gym, so you know. That is just something that some people hate. I don't know that much. I'm just a little kid who uses the internet and makes his own videos. Oh, what this time would say, saying this generation is done, is going to ruin the world. But this generation is going to save it. This is technology. Okay, no. This group is the one that uses technology. This generation comes out with most technology. But yet, the technology comes out in time. They measure the time, they feel the time, and they just have a time when everything's ready. Life is like a clock, and I explained why. But stay in the present as long as you could, because you know what, soon your future is going to be terrible. Not saying that fully, it could be amazing, but most likely it's not going to be great. Looking into it is not your best not your best idea in the past. The past is meant to for happy memories, not sad ones or bad ones. So peace out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Loud Numble is never gonna.